Hello, hello. How are you? My name is Kristinnicole. And do you ever struggle with managing your emotions or feelings, or maybe even recognizing when you're having a strong feeling such as frustration, disappointment, or anger until you've reached the point of boiling over? Well, if that sounds like you, stick with me, and I'm going to share some tips with you that can help you with managing these. Now, if you and I are just meeting for the first time, hello, my name is Kristinnicole, and I help ambitious and motivated mamas manifest their best life through various wellness practices and holistic nutrition. I'm very happy to meet you, and let's go ahead and jump right in. So if you've ever struggled with managing your emotions and managing your feelings, then odds are there's likely a good reason. And I want you to think back when you were a child. When you fell down and you got a scrape or a boo-boo, you probably had a parent there that either would come rushing to your side and would make a big deal about it and tell you, oh, it's going to be okay. Don't worry. You're going to be fine. We're going to get it fixed. Let's go clean it. Let's get a Band-Aid, blah, 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 right? They would come in and probably check on you if they were really a really attentive parent, or if you were just a young kid. But even if you had a parent that maybe just checked on you every once in a while, odds are they still were checking on you to make sure that you were feeling okay. And that is a way of soothing our kids. And maybe you do that for your own kids. But when you become an adult, you reach a point where you actually have to learn to soothe yourself. In order to do this, we have to understand even that we're having these emotions. And sometimes with the way that society is, you don't want to overreact. You don't want to kind of blow things out of proportions. And sometimes that can cause you to actually suppress the feelings that you're having without even really realizing that you're doing it. You're just trying to stay in control. So it's important to know how to recover from something that happens, whether it is a mental, emotional, or a physical fall. And sometimes leaning on a friend or a family member can help with this. But odds are at some point you're going to find yourself in a situation where you have to rely on yourself to be able to calm down and even to recognize that these emotions are happening. So what do you do? Well, here are 9 tips that can help you with this. Number 1, and this is a big one, is you have to acknowledge what you are feeling. So many times we stuff down our emotions and we don't even recognize the fact that we're having this. You'd be surprised how many times that happens, how many times I even do that, where you just reach the point, or I reach the point where I'm about to just hit a wall and just lose it and start yelling. Because the way we get there is by actually avoiding and not recognizing. And sometimes you may think, or we may think as a society, that just avoiding the emotions is going to take care of it. And that's not the case at all. Actually, avoidance is going to make it worse. It's going to make it compound. And then it's going to build on top until you do explode and you don't know what to do, and you don't even know where that anger or that frustration came from, because it was a seemingly thing like your husband left the toilet seat up and all of a sudden you're like losing it. It's because you've not been managing those emotions up to that point. So the first thing is to make sure that you acknowledge the feelings that you're having. Number 2, ask yourself, what can I do to get through this emotion? What can I do to calm down? Can you take some deep breaths? Can you go for a walk? But ask yourself, what can I do? Number 3, think of a hobby or an activity that you enjoy doing and plan to do that for a few minutes each day. Maybe that's reading, and maybe you don't have a ton of time to read, but maybe just take 5, 10, 15 minutes to read something that you enjoy. Hopefully it's some sort of good book that you're reading. I would say don't go on social media, because this can spiral and lead you down a negative direction. Find a good book, and that will help you to calm down as well. And making time, just a little bit each day, is important because it helps to manage those emotions and that stress in little bits and keep it from compounding and compiling on itself. Number 4, give yourself an outlet, whether it's something like journaling or calling a friend, but give yourself some sort of outlet to be able to express those emotions. Journaling is a great thing to be able to do because you can just write down all the thoughts that you're having, set a timer, and then once the timer's done, you can go ahead and move on. But it helps to just get it out of your head. Number 5, let yourself cry. I know that a lot of times this can be difficult and we want to hold in those tears, but there is actually science showing that when you cry, you release toxins from your body and you, I believe, even release some of the hormones like the stress hormone and things like that. So it is very good for you physically to cry. You are probably going to be crying for a minute or two, maybe a little longer, or maybe it's only like 30 seconds, but it helps to really release that emotion, and then you will feel it much more less than you were, and then you can kind of work on it from there. Number 6, grab yourself some tea or coffee and just sit and reflect, have a couple of minutes of peace. A word of caution, though, when it comes to anything food related, is you don't want to make this the norm, because you don't want to rely on food for self-soothing a lot, because that can lead to obesity, that can lead to health issues. Okay, so coffee or tea is generally safe. You can even grab a water. You'd be surprised at, you could be dehydrated and that could be contributing to it. So just try and sit down, take a couple of minutes, and just a couple of minutes, and have yourself a drink and a little bit of quiet. Number 7, allow time to have fun. Playing tennis, going swimming, going for a hike, whatever you enjoy, but allow yourself to have a little bit of fun. And this helps to release and manage those emotions. Do it with someone if you're going on a hike, or obviously playing tennis, or if it's something like swimming, you can do that alone, but that helps. And getting in that little bit of exercise helps as well. Number 8, tell yourself, I'm going to be okay. Tell yourself, this is going to make me stronger. And this helps to start to shift your way of thinking to turn that negative into a positive. Look yourself in the mirror and just say, I'm going to be okay. This is making me stronger. I am going to be okay. And number 9 is make a conscious decision to move on. If you have resolved the issue within yourself, then you'll be able to let it go. So give yourself time to feel it and then move on. Give yourself time to allow the emotions to set in and to recognize it, and then that'll help you to release them and move on. Okay? So that is it. I hope that is helpful for you. If you would like a more structured format on managing your emotions and particularly releasing any stress or anxiety that you may have, go pick up my free guide. It is called The Mama Calmer. It is a 4-minute quick and easy framework to ease stress and anxiety instantly so that you can be the badass mom that you are and get back to focusing on and enjoying what matters most. You can find that on my blog at kristinnicoleonline.com/42. And again, it is free. Shoot me an email. Let me know how you like it once you pick it up. And I can't wait to hear from you. Until next time, see you later.